Throughout history, Native American cultures thrived long before European arrival, developing rich, diverse ways of life in harmony with nature. In today's video, we will explore a typical day in the life of a Native American. Our focus is purely historical. Be sure to subscribe to History Facts and Mysteries and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Imagine waking up in a world where the rhythm of nature sets the pace for life, where the rising sun not only heralds a new day but is revered as a sacred symbol of life and renewal. In many Native American cultures, life was intrinsically linked to the land, the seasons, and the elements. Setting the scene. A world in balance. Long before the arrival of Europeans, the Americas were home to hundreds of diverse Native American societies. From the vast Great Plains and towering Rocky Mountains to the dense woodlands of the eastern forests and the arid deserts of the Southwest, each region fostered distinct cultures adapted to their unique environments. Today, we'll imagine the daily life of a Native American living in a temperate region of North America, where hunting, farming, gathering, and community life intermingled in a delicate balance with nature. The natural world was the ultimate provider, a place where every animal, plant, and natural feature held spiritual significance. Communities were built around the principles of cooperation and respect for the earth. Elders passed down wisdom through oral traditions, ensuring that every generation knew how to survive, thrive, and honor the land. Daily life, although shaped by hard work, was also rich in ceremonies and stories that celebrated the mysteries and blessings of nature. Early morning rituals and spiritual connection. As dawn breaks, the day begins with a ritual that many Native American communities still practice today. The rising sun is greeted with prayers and offerings, simple gestures meant to honor the Great Spirit or specific deities such as the sun, who is often seen as the giver of life. Families might gather around a small fire to share stories and prepare for the day. For many, the first light is a reminder of renewal and hope. Traditional songs, often passed down through generations, are sung to thank nature for its gifts. These morning rituals also serve to instill discipline, unity, and respect for the natural order. The community's spiritual life was interwoven with daily existence, ensuring that every activity, from hunting to farming, was performed in harmony with the sacred rhythms of the earth. Daily work. Hunting, farming, and gathering. Hunting and fishing. For communities that lived near rivers, forests, or open plains, hunting was both a way of life and a spiritual practice. Men and sometimes women would set out before sunrise to track game such as deer, elk, or smaller animals. Hunting wasn't solely about gathering food. It was a disciplined activity that involved respect for the animals. Rituals often preceded a hunt, asking for forgiveness and expressing gratitude for the life taken. Tools like bows, arrows, and spears were crafted with care, incorporating both practicality and artistic expression. Fishing was another important activity, especially for those living near water sources. Nets, traps, and spears were used to capture fish, which would then be prepared for the communal meal. The bounty of the river was seen as a gift from the water spirits, and special ceremonies were sometimes held to honor them. Farming in terraced fields. In regions where the land was fertile, agriculture played a vital role. Many Native American societies developed sophisticated farming techniques that were finely tuned to their environment. Terracing. In mountainous areas, farmers built terraces to create flat land for crops and to prevent soil erosion. Irrigation. Ingenious irrigation systems were used to channel water from rivers and streams to their fields. Crop rotation and companion planting. Techniques were employed to maintain soil fertility, ensuring a sustainable yield year after year. Common crops included maize, corn, beans, squash, and various tubers. Gathering and foraging. Gathering wild fruits, nuts, and medicinal herbs was a daily task, particularly for women and children. The forests and meadows were rich with natural resources, and knowledge of local flora was essential. This role extended beyond mere sustenance. It was also tied to the community's healing practices and traditional medicine. Foragers possessed an intimate understanding of the land, knowing which plants could cure illnesses and which could be used in rituals to protect the community. Family life and social structure. A typical day for a Native American family involved shared tasks and communal responsibilities. Early morning. After the morning rituals, family members would help prepare the day's meal, often a simple affair consisting of maize, beans, and gathered fruits. Work duties. Men might head out to hunt or tend to the fields, while women would engage in domestic tasks such as cooking, weaving, and childcare. Children learned these skills early by observing and assisting their elders. Evening gatherings. As the sun set, families and communities would come together around a communal fire. Community and the role of the Ilu. In many regions, the extended family unit, or Ilu, played a central role in daily life. An Ilu was more than just a family. It was a community bound by kinship and shared labor. Members of an Ilu would collectively work the land, share the harvest, and support one another in times of need. This system not only ensured survival in challenging environments but also fostered a strong sense of unity and cooperation. Elders were highly respected for their wisdom and experience, and their guidance helped shape the community's values and traditions. Decision-making was often a communal process, ensuring that everyone's voice was heard and that the group's well-being took precedence over individual ambitions. Religious life and ceremonies. Many communities began and ended their days with rituals to honor the natural world. At sunrise, families might offer prayers and small gifts to the rising sun, acknowledging it as the source of life and energy. Similarly, as the day ended, the setting sun was met with expressions of gratitude and reverence. Seasonal festivals and ceremonies. In addition to daily rituals, the changing seasons brought about major festivals. These events celebrated the cycles of nature, the planting and harvest of crops, and the renewal of life. Harvest festivals. Celebrations marked the successful gathering of crops, with communal feasts, music, and dance. These festivals were not only a time of joy but also a means of ensuring that the community remained connected to the earth. Rites of passage. Ceremonies marked important life events, such as coming of age, marriage, and the passing of elders. Sacred spaces and pilgrimages. Every community had sacred sites, areas imbued with spiritual significance where rituals and ceremonies were conducted. These sites could be natural features like mountains, rivers, or groves, which were believed to be the dwelling places of powerful spirits. Pilgrimages to these sites were common, and they served as a way for individuals to seek guidance, healing, or blessings. Warfare, conflict, and diplomacy. While much of our focus is on daily life and culture, it is important to recognize that, like all societies, Native American communities also experienced conflict and warfare. However, these conflicts were often driven by the need to protect resources, territory, and community honor, rather than unbridled conquest. Intertribal warfare and alliances. Warfare among Native American tribes was typically conducted on a smaller scale compared to later European conflicts. Battles often involved strategic raids, ambushes, and the use of terrain to one's advantage. Warfare was not solely destructive. It served as a means of resolving disputes, gaining prestige, and sometimes even facilitating diplomatic alliances. Alliances between tribes were common, and leaders often negotiated treaties that included trade agreements, mutual defense pacts, and the exchange of hostages to secure peace. Cultural aspects of warfare. Warfare was intertwined with spiritual beliefs. Battles were sometimes preceded by rituals and prayers, seeking divine favor and protection. Warriors were celebrated for their bravery in battle, and their deeds were immortalized in songs, stories, and ceremonial regalia. Victorious warriors were often awarded status and responsibilities within the community, ensuring that military achievements were recognized and honored. Oral tradition and cultural memory. The art of storytelling was central to Native American education. Elders and community leaders passed down lessons, histories, and moral values through elaborate oral traditions. These stories served not only as entertainment but as a means of preserving cultural identity and imparting wisdom to younger generations. Rituals, songs, and dances were used to encode historical events and genealogies, ensuring that the collective memory of the tribe was maintained over centuries. Innovative social structures. Social organization was often based on kinship groups or extended family networks, which provided both a social safety net and a means of resource distribution. Many Native American communities were governed by councils of elders who balanced communal decision-making with individual rights. The focus on collective well-being, rather than individual gain, fostered a society that was both resilient and adaptive to environmental challenges. Family life and community bonds. At the heart of Native American society was a strong sense of family and community. Daily life revolved around maintaining close relationships, sharing responsibilities, and ensuring the well-being of everyone within the group. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of Native American life. If you enjoyed this exploration, please subscribe to History Facts and Mysteries and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest historical adventures. Let us know in the comments which aspect of daily life you found most fascinating. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of history and learning from the past.